SpoilerTV. It's wonderful to see you face to face.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. When I heard from your colleague after doing her podcast, it was just, I thought, yeah, why not?
Yeah, you know what, we When Calls the Heart is one of the most popular shows on our site, and so
Oh,
yeah, I thought, it'd be so great to do an interview with you, and lots of people were excited and had questions. So yeah.
great.
so so what do you like most about playing Minnie on When Calls the Heart?
Um, I think my favorite thing is to be able to go back to the 1900s and create this character around that, and find a place for who she is. And it's very different to playing a modern day character, which is always fun, but having the chance to be able to switch that up for a role, for a change, and costumes and all of that stuff affects how you portray your character. So it was a real treat to be able to play in that area.
Yeah, for sure. And now, where do you guys film? Do you guys film in Canada?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We film in Vancouver.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm in Canada. I'm from Canada, so that's exciting.
Oh, cool.
So, Minnie has evolved a lot over the course of the series.
Yeah.
How do you think she's evolved this season in particular?
I think this was a good season for Minnie to really come into her own. I
Mm-hmm.
think absolutely this season, it wasn't just the choir, because it was the choir in season 10.
Right.
So she had the choir to play with, and then it was dealing with Joseph's family. And I know the Hearties have for a long time been wanting to hear more about what goes on and what happened with the Canfield before they came to Hope Valley. So I think
Yes.
that was a nice little Easter egg for them to work through with the Canfield family. And I think that was something nice for Minnie to be part of. And then, of course, she became a listening ear and a caring ear for Faith and a few other members of the community. So I think this season she really found her place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I find that is so true about Minnie. Like, she's always the support for everyone in the community, which I think is awesome. But going back to what you said about Joseph's family, so Jacob came back, and that was really exciting. And Minnie was really instrumental in helping them repair things, the brothers. So he was really embraced by the whole community. Do you think we'll see Jacob again in future episodes?
I don't know. It would be nice. It would be nice to see him again or meet other family members, but I don't know. I think he was a great addition, and Doran Bell, who played Jacob, is a really good friend of mine, and he's known Viv for a really long time as well. So it was great to be able to work with him for a change, because I usually help him with auditions.
Right.
So being able to work with him was actually fun for a change, and just have the same arena to work together in. That was great.
Yeah. And like I said, Minnie was so instrumental in that piece. Like, how do you think her backgrounds and influences sort of influenced her approach to help Jacob mend his relationship with his brother?
I think that just being from a religious background was a big one for Minnie, and the backstory of Minnie and Joseph having been together for such a long time, and also back in those times would almost imply that, they got married younger, as they often did. And so there was a lot of connections between the families. And so they would have known each other. She would have known the whole family so well, and vice versa. And so this for her, I think, was almost as personal as it was for Joseph, and
Yes.
mending that, because of course communication in those days was certainly not an iPhone. So,
Very different. Yeah, absolutely. And well, now that we've met Jacob, and so we know a little bit about Joseph. Do you think we'll get anything more Minnie oriented in terms of family next season? Or do you hope to get more about Minnie?
You know, that's what I would say. I would hope to. I would hope to, because she has touched on a few family members or people in her life. She touched on her maid Ruthie, and we've never really established whether Ruthie is still around or not. And because she influenced Minnie so much in becoming the person that wanted to run the cafe and to do what she loved to do and following Ruthie's footsteps, you know. I think that it would be nice, you know, just to bring a little nugget in. It's always fun.
Absolutely. Another thing that is happening with Minnie, and Minnie is a fierce protector of her children, is that Angela could go away to Hamilton to attend college. And so how do you think Minnie will handle it if she leaves?
That would be a really nice story that I hope we can expand on, because whether she ends up going in the end or not, I think it's a relatable story. It's such a relatable story to so many parents. And also, you know, a parent who has a child with any type of disability, you know, and just relating to how do you manage that? Because now you can't protect them, but you also know they have to grow, and you realize the time in your life where you needed to grow and your parents had to give you that opportunity to spread your wings. So I actually think it would be a really beautiful story if I'm hopefully able to tell it.
Yeah, that would be exciting. So can you tease whether or not we might find out if Angela goes or not before the end of the season?
I actually have no idea.
Okay, that's good.
I have no idea. I have not a clue. So, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, we're always in talks in with the writers and things like that, and just finding ways to develop the characters and things like that. So, you know, everything is sort of on the table, and then we kind of pick what we think will go down best with the Hearties, and what works best with us and our characters.
Yeah. That's one thing I find really unique about this show, is that, you know, the writers do pay attention to what the fans want and incorporate that. And I think that's so special, because that doesn't always happen.
No, it really doesn't. Yeah, they really do take it to heart, you know, how the fans feel, and they do their best to try and honor that. And you know, it makes it interesting, because of course, if you are following a story that you know that the Hearties have really been invested in, you know they're going to continue to be invested, and that's what we love. We love to hear it, and we want them to keep being invested. So, you know, that's a great way to work, you know, finding out what the audience love the most and giving that to them.
Yeah. And I mean, 11 seasons, that's impressive. And the fan response is still amazing. People just love this show. And that in itself is really special, for sure.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I mean, we only, Viv and I came on in season 8, and we had no idea that the Hearties were so dedicated. They're like no other. I have never seen a fandom like this before. They are just so invested, and it's not just in the story. They care so much for each other as fellow Hearties, and they really come together all the time. And for the Canfields as well, you know, we really wouldn't be where we are actually without them, and for them loving our stories and saying they want to see more of our backstory, more of the family, and that really warms our heart to know that they feel that way about our family that we created on the show. And just the characters, they're so invested in all the characters. It's just love. I love reading their tweets, you know, about any of the characters, just what really matters to them, and just hearing how they feel as stories divert and things like that. It's a really fun thing to follow on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter, very active. And I love that you interact a lot with the fans as well, which I'm sure they really appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah, we really try to. I think a lot of us do try to, because we do appreciate the time and efforts they put in for us.
Yes.
And sometimes something as simple as just saying thank you for something that they've said about a scene that Minnie had in the last episode or something, that does mean a lot to me, and it means a lot to us as cast members that they take the time to personally appreciate what we're doing. So it's something that I didn't expect at all when I came onto this show, but I'm very grateful for.
Yeah, I can imagine that for sure. So what's your favorite part about playing Minnie? And being on the
Ah,
show in general.
being on the show in general, all of the cast and crew have such a warm energy that when we came on, and as the years have gone on, we just end up getting so close knit and having so much fun. Sometimes with group scenes, for example, there's a lot of downtime and things like that. So there's a lot that we have to um, take time with each other, and just we catch up, because
Mhm.
sometimes during the year it's so schedules just really
Yes.
messy, really busy. And so having that downtime in between scenes sometimes to really catch up and chat and talk about what we wanted with our story, or what we might be doing with our story, and we don't always cross over in storylines,
That's
so it's
right.
always exciting to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for playing Minnie, just Minnie is I don't know that she's an extension of me in many ways, but I loved creating her as a character.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She was like a whole new person for me. And it just felt, when I did the audition, it just felt right for her to be that way.
Yeah.
So I was just glad that, the showrunner loved it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're happy to have like that you're part of the show, because it's so fun to watch every week and you're so excellent in that role. So it's like it was made for you. So tomorrow night's the finale, and looks like fans have a wedding to look forward to. But of course, not everything in TV land always ends on a happy note. Can you tease anything about the wedding and whether or not we'll have a cliffhanger to tide us over till next season?
Well, in order for there to be a next season, there's always something.
Mhm.
There has to be something that we're working towards, right? With whichever character. So there's definitely something that we will be working towards for the Hearties to tune into in season 12. And even for us as cast, I actually don't always get too involved in how the final episode is going to end in the script and all of that, because I actually enjoy watching the episode, but then especially the last 5 minutes when it's all happening. And so my reaction is a natural reaction to what's actually going on, and that's always nice to just join the Hearties in that.
Do you watch it live with everyone else, or do you watch it ahead of time?
Yeah, tend to watch it live as much as I can, which allows me to tweet in real time with
Yes.
everybody, unless I'm really unable to, and then I try to follow what's going on, and then I just tweet along with that. But I do try to watch the episodes live.
Yeah. So, what do you hope that viewers will take away from Minnie's journey this season?
I hope that they see her. I hope that they see her strength and the nurturing side of her. I mean, she's always been like that with Angela. I hope they took away the fun side of her for a change. She had many levels this season, and I hope that the Hearties saw that and enjoyed that, because I definitely enjoyed playing that.
Yeah, and I'm absolutely positive we did. I certainly did. That's for sure. So what would be your dream storyline for Minnie? What would be a hope for you to play as Minnie on When Calls a Heart?
Oh, funnily enough, I've spoken to Viv. We talk about this. I would absolutely love to do a sermon or a part of a
Mm,
sermon with him.
yeah,
That seems like it would be so. It seems so apt for
yeah.
us as Minnie and Joseph, the type of union that they are, the couple that they are. It just seems like a perfect idea.
Yeah, that would be super fitting for sure.
Yeah.
So lots to look forward to in the finale, but also, waiting for next season. Do you have any other projects lined up or anything that you're looking forward to?
Um, there's a few things kind of going on that are just waiting to come through. So, it's always nice to be working and just playing different characters along with me.
Yeah,
So,
that's absolutely exciting. So one thing that the viewers wanted me to ask is that obviously
mhm.
they're really invested along with your storyline in the Nathan and Elizabeth storyline.
Oh.
Anything you can tease about how the season might end for them?
Well, after the last episode, we finally had our kids. I think
Mhm.
everyone's just so happy and relieved.
Well, it's nice that
um,
they did that. The writers did that, right? They had that really nice episode where kind of everything just fell into place.
yeah.
And there's always drama. You have to have drama. But it's kind of nice that just before the finale, you got this really nice episode for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be nice to figure out where that could go.
Mhm.
And I think artists will enjoy seeing where that might be able to go. And, little Jack and Ali, and, just seeing all of that. Because a lot of them spoke about it, um, bringing the families together and things like that. So I think it's going to be a really enjoyable journey for the Hearties.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I just want to tell you you're super wonderful and amazing to talk to, and people just love your interaction online, and of course the fact that you play such an awesome character and everything that you bring to that role. So thanks so much for talking with me today and sharing a little bit about Minnie. We really appreciate it.
No, thank you. I had a great time chatting with you.
Yeah, I wish you the best of luck. And I'm looking forward to watching the finale.
Yes.
All right. Well, take care. It was really nice to meet you.
Yes, thank you. It was so nice to meet you as well.
Okay. Take care. Thank you again.
No problem. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.